Yo, what's up, boxing world, man? This is your boxing genius from SBMBoxing.com, man. Hey, just subscribe to SBMBoxing.com, man, so you can hear the latest news in boxing, the greatest news in boxing, and many times, again, you will see most of our videos that we will be recording live fights, and we do record live fights straight from the house, from Little MGM, right here at my house. But I haven't had a chance and the opportunity to record anything as of yet since the last bullshit fight, and I keep saying bullshit fight between Mayweather and Pacquiao. And not because I'm depressed, because I seen Mayweather win, Pacquiao lost. No, it's not. It has nothing to do with that, It just has something to do with I've been very busy with my projects, I don't do this for a living. I don't sit here and make videos and talk shit all day long, about boxing, I have a job, and I need to get to my projects, by the way. But anyway, ever since that fight, the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight, a lot of things have been happening, a lot of people have been talking shit about his shoulder. And people like Bernard Hopkins is saying that that's a lousy fucking excuse. Then you got Paulie also saying that's a lousy excuse. Hey, we don't know. The best man won that day. Mayweather showed me, the boxing genius, that today he is the best defensive boxer out there today in this era. Now, again, not the best like he says, the best ever, TBE. No, I will discuss that later on with another video, because you cannot compare yourself to me to the likes of maybe even a Roberto Mano de Piedra Duran, and he lost 6 times, okay? That's the way I see it. But anyway, ever since that fight, that weekend here that was packed, you had the fight the following weekend, you also had the fight between Canelo and Kirkland, in which I made a video and I said that Canelo eventually was going to take care of Kirkland, but the way he did it was, he gave him an ass kicking, an ass whipping. I think Canelo has blossomed now into that super welterweight 154 champ that everybody's expecting him to be. When he fought Mayweather at 152, a catchweight, that was a blossoming Canelo. His trainers are trying to tell him that he could be faster than the fastest man in boxing defensively today, Mayweather. There's no fucking way, And, also maybe an extra $10 million extra in his pocket. But the way he showed me that weekend, a couple of weekends ago, when he fought Kirkland. And by the way, James Kirkland is no joke. James Kirkland is not a joke. He is a contender at 154. James Kirkland would be a big fight and a good fit for a lot of those guys up there, who want to fight him, By the way, as a matter of fact, I would name one that he's at 160. He's from my home of Puerto Rico, Miguel Cotto. Miguel Cotto honestly will have big problems with James Kirkland if he has nothing to slow him down. Canelo slowed him down because, again, Canelo has some punching power. But does Cotto have the same punching power he had at the welterweight division, 147? Knocking out a Rodriguez and knocking out a Martinez, a crippled guy and a bullshit guy, is not the same thing. So don't get me wrong. Canelo is great. He's mi compadre, Boricua like me. But again, you're asking me, and I'm going to tell you, James Kirkland with Cotto would be a good, excellent fight. And you know what? I don't know if Mr. Cotto could take that punishment from Kirkland. That's another story. But as we all know, Cotto is going to fight Daniel Kiel. Daniel Kiel, they're going to fight, is it June, somewhere, the 6th around there, Barclays Center. That's going to be, and I will talk about that later on also. But anyway, after that, just this past weekend, we seen the gentleman by the name of Triple G. Triple G is the next mega superstar, the way I see things, okay? The guy is 33-0 with 30 knockouts, and he has the best percentage in knockouts history in boxing. 20 so far in a row, okay? 20 knockouts consecutively in a row, okay? And, he fought this guy named Willie Monroe Jr., A lot of people say Willie Monroe Jr., but let me tell you something. Willie Monroe Jr., to me, we can't just discard this guy. He showed some good techniques. He showed me that he could also beat a lot of 160 middleweights there in that division, okay? Just because he couldn't stand that punching power from Triple G, and he slugfest with Triple G, doesn't mean that he is no good. Guy's 19-0, I think. With about, only thing is, he got about 6 or 7 knockouts, but he's a good southpaw. The guy has got some good skills, boxing skills. He could go there and beat some of these 160s today, okay? Another guy, and I'm going to repeat him again, Miguel Cotto against this guy, Willie Monroe Jr. Would be a big problem to me for Miguel Cotto. Even the likes of maybe, I can't say, Kid Chocolate, Peter Quillen, maybe it'll be a pretty good fight there. But that's one guy. That's another pussy that left. That's one guy that he should ask to fight Triple G. Okay? Triple G says that he called out 2 names. And by the way, Canelo says he was not impressed by Triple G when he beat Willie Monroe Jr. this past weekend. But Triple G said that he is willing to take on Canelo, and he's also willing to take on Cotto after he finishes up with Daniel Kiel, if he beats Daniel Kiel. Now, don't forget, I don't know about him fighting Daniel Kiel. Daniel Kiel was destroyed by Triple G. I think it was about 3 or 4 rounds. One of his consecutive knockout streaks. But as far as Cotto with Daniel Kiel, the Australian, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm looking at facts and trainings and things of that nature, But Triple G called Canelo out. Canelo said that he was not impressed by his outing. But that would be an excellent fight. That would be an excellent fight. Cotto to fight Triple G. I think that Cotto has better chances of surviving 12 rounds against Canelo than 12 rounds against Triple G. Some people will say, nah, you crazy, genius. You're nuts. No, I have a feeling Cotto has a better chance of beating Canelo than beating Triple G. And I have a feeling Cotto, after this fight with Daniel Kiel, he might be looking for another little mega fight, make some money, and I think that he should get the fuck out. Because at 160, Cotto, you could have Roach there, Freddie. And Freddie knows this is not the same shit as fighting Mayweather at 147 in the welterweight division. It is not the same. It is not the same fighting Martinez, Sergio Martinez on a wheelchair and crippled. It is not the same, okay? Because at the 160, you have some likes out there. You got Triple G. You also got a guy by the name of Martin Murray that Triple G beat to the 11th round he lasted. Martin Murray will kick Cotto ass. That's the way I look at him. Okay? You also got the likes of Andy Lee. So there's a lot of guys in there, Cotto, that I think that will be very, very problematic for you. So what do? I would go there and fight maybe after Kiel another guy down in the rankings, get another couple of thousands and millions of dollars, and get the fuck out. Because if you're going to take on the likes of Canelo or Triple G, hey, believe me, you're going to get knocked the fuck out. And it's not going to be with cement in the hands like Margarito. No, you're going to get knocked out cold by either one of those 2 guys. That's the way I see it. And Triple G, he's called out those 2. He said that after that, he finishes with these 2. He might want to call out Andre Ward. Andre Ward at 168. Andre Ward, I don't know about that guy. So much shit, so much hype with that dude. It's unreal. It's not the same shit as Triple G. It's not the same shit as Canelo being hyped up. And even Cotto, no. Andre Ward, he is so bullshit. Go and fight big class guys, big name guys. All right? Wait for Triple G. He's going to say, take care of Canelo. Probably be next year. Take care of Canelo and Cotto. Then he goes out there to fight you. And people are talking about Mayweather's last fight. People are saying maybe Mayweather will take on Triple G. Look, let me tell y'all something. It's not a dislike, and it's not a disrespectful to Mayweather. People do not talk to me about Mayweather taking on Triple G. The only fucking way that Mayweather takes on Triple G is, again, he tells him, come down to maybe 153, 154. And by the way, Triple G said a couple of years ago, last year, I think he said that he would go down to 154 and fight Mr. Mayweather. Mayweather never responded. So why should he respond now to fight Triple G on his 49th fight? He's not no dummy. He's stupid or what? You crazy? No. He cannot fight him. Okay, that's why one of the reasons I say about TBE, the best ever, take the likes of Mano de Piedra Duran. And by the way, no fucking catchweight. He went up there and fought Marvin Hagler, 160, fighting him 15 rounds of boxing. That if it would have been 12 on the scorecards, the way the judges had it, Duran would have beat him at 12 rounds. The last 3 rounds was all Hagler. That's all he needed, a championship round. And he destroyed and demolished Duran. Now, didn't knock him out. He last 15 rounds with Marvin Hagler. Now, that's a guy who came down from 135, 140 pounds? Now, he went up and fought 160, and he's not 5'8" like Mr. Mayweather is. He doesn't have a 72-inch reach like Mr. Mayweather is. So how in the fuck are you calling yourself the best ever when you don't even go up to 154 and fight the best, which you have the title for that? Okay? Don't tell me about you fought Canelo. People are going to tell me he fought Canelo. What do you want? He fought Oscar de la Hoya at 154 back in 2007. He fought, Cotto. Later on in his career, also at 154. Ladies and gentlemen, guys and dolls, let me tell y'all something. From the old school, the way I knew boxing, this bullshit catchweight shit was rarely used. Yes, there were times, like maybe a Sugar Ray, when he fought Danny Alante, if we remember. Fought him at the light heavyweight, at a catchweight. But goddamn, you're talking again, Mr. Sugar Ray Leonard. A welterweight, 140-something, going up to 175. But again, these are guys that took on the best at every weight class when they went up the scale. It is not telling a little guy from 140, I'm giving you $5 million to come fight me, Madonna. And then defend your title. And the dummies, Solomon, the commissioner from the WBC, allowing shit like that against Madonna, who's never fought at fucking 154. That's what pisses me off about the boxing today. And fans out there, especially these FMJ fans, they applaud that shit. They'll talk all that shit. Genius. Oh, what do you want now? He beat Pacquiao. That was your man. Fine, he beat Pacquiao. That was great. He beat Pacquiao. A man with one shoulder. And he beat him, Pacquiao, 4 rounds maybe? So, let's see what happens with 2 shoulders if he gives him the rematch. And I'll tell you what, I really don't fucking care. Because I said it from the beginning, that was going to be a bullshit fight. But this is not what this is all about. This is all about the Triple G fight that just passed this weekend, taking on Willie Monroe Jr. And please don't disregard Willie Monroe Jr. Again, Willie Monroe Jr. showed that he got some heart. You know, a lot of people say, well, did he want to get counted out? The referee told him, hey, the next time you do this, there's no fucking next time. The guy did not want to fight, man. He went out there 6 rounds and said, fuck this shit. I'm not going to get killed. That's the way I see it. Mentally, he was gone. You know, he was gone. You're not fighting Byron Vera like you fought. No, you're fighting Triple G, one of the best pound-for-pound fighters out there. Not that flies around, dances around. A motherfucker that hits hard. He's going to fuck you up. Okay? That's the way I see it. Well, people, I think in a couple of more weeks, we're going to see the Cotto fight. I'm going to be probably making a video in a couple of days or so this weekend, with my son, Kenneth I Speak Boxing. And we're going to talk a little bit more about discussions about these fights that have happened and maybe the fights that are going to happen. So you guys take care. God bless you. And don't forget to subscribe, man. Subscribe to SBMBoxing.com.